been worthy of all the hype.
There's no other fighter that Loma has fight that is like me. Name one.
This kid has all the skills in the world.
It's very funny. What Fima? He is nothing in the boxing now.
Now, the showdown with Vasily Lomachenko will happen.
The tale of the tape between Loma and Lopez. Does this mean we actually have a fight coming up? IBF lightweight champ versus the WBO champ, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Lopez Lomachenko was aiming for May 30th before the pandemic, put on ice. Now talk of a potential early fall, late summer showdown. Earlier tonight, the outrageous and always entertaining Teofimo Lopez was with our Max Kellerman. Here he is discussing what Bob Arum told him about the plans.
I know that Bob's been working on trying to have at least a few fans out there, a couple thousand fans out there, and I think that's the only issue that we're having right now. With a fight with this magnitude of this type of fight, I mean, it's definitely one that needs to have fans. So I understand where he's coming from with it, but we're training every day and we're just waiting on it to be official. I would love the fans to be at the Allegiant Stadium. I would love for us to be, the first, fight, in boxing and the first sport to actually be out there and holding, a type of fight like this. So I would love for that, honestly. And I think everybody else would, even Lomachenko himself. So the only thing really now is just, like I said, we're prepared to fight with or without fans. And that's where we come to our conclusion with now, with this whole pandemic. But, this type of fight, definitely, everyone is eyeing for it to be with fans.
All right, Mark, give us everything you know. The where, the when, fans, no fans, the latest on Loma Lopez, please.
Well, the new target date remains September 19th, but you heard Teofimo refer to Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. There was also talk about putting it in Dallas at the Cowboys Stadium. But those things seem to be imperiled now, the spaced seating at football stadiums, by the surge. So the question now becomes, can you do a pay-per-view without a live audience? That question remains to be answered. It'll be worked out between Top Rank, ESPN, maybe even the cable operators. In the meantime, I did speak to Teofimo recently myself. He appreciates all you guys admiring his muscles on social media. He says those are the result of high reps, low weight. The interesting figure in this is Lomachenko. He's training in the Ukraine. He can get back here if he needs to, but he's 32 and he hasn't fought in a year. You cannot get back time.
Dre, you listen to Lopez, and he never lacks for confidence, and with good reason of everything he's accomplished. Now, listen, I'm a believer. A lot of us are believers. He's got the proven stuff in the ring. He's got power, and he's unbeaten with all that confidence. But for the average fan, they would probably simplify the question to you and say, but can he beat Lomachenko?
Well, Joe, I think he can, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he will. I believe in the skill set of Lopez, the power, the speed, the IQ, but there's a caveat. What type of intangibles does Lopez possess? There's going to be a moment in time in that fight where things are not going his way, where what worked before is not working now. And if Lopez can find a way to get off that stool and answer those questions against that guy, against Vasily Lomachenko, that's going to be the birth of a new star in the sport of boxing.
By the way, Tim, I think it was you who
Dre,
was raving about the size of Lopez lately, about his muscles, saying he looks like he's a middleweight or a super middleweight. Let me tell you this, though. What's also grown is you can tell his desire to just want this fight and want it badly. He's saying, listen, fans, no fans, September. He's very bullish on just making this his next fight, isn't he?
Well, yes, he is. And Dre, to go off of what you just said, you said those intangibles, you're not sure. Guess what he has? He has punching power, and he's big, and he's strong, and he has longer arms than a Lomachenko. Lomachenko has to be in mid-range to be successful. That means he got to come into the lion's den. The young man, Lopez, has that punching power waiting on him. That's the game changer in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's going to be about. But, and Mark, let me talk about what you just said. You said something about Lomachenko. You said, oh, he's 32 now. He's been off a whole year. You're worried about all that ring rust and everything. I'm not worried about it because guess what? Lomachenko needs this type of rest. He hasn't rested since he was a little boy, so he's getting a full year to let all his injuries heal up, and we're going to get a full-fledged Lomachenko. Both these guys are going to be determined. Both these guys are going to be hungry. It's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who I'm picking, but I'm excited that they're working it out.
Tim Bradley, it's only June. We got to listen to Tim Bradley like this, ramping up until September 19th potentially. That's going to be fun. The fight's going to be incredible.